How's it going, guys? So today we're gonna be starting part two. While I wasn't recording, I actually leveled up my Rattata. So Rattata is now level 11. I just want to go over some stuff before we even start. For one, I attached the Everstone. Just hacked the Everstone and just put it in my box and withdrew it and attached it to it. So yeah. It's a serious nature, which I kind of forgot what the serious nature is, but natures are that game changing in these kind of let's plays, if you will. So don't worry about it. I don't care. We also learned Quick Attack, which I put up in front because Quick Attack is just a better version of Tackle with like 5 less PP, right? Yeah, and better accuracy. This has 95. This has 40 plus priority, so I prefer that much more. So let us continue up to Viridian Forest, but we have to talk to this guy, which is literally the most annoying thing. So actually, I can probably skip that. Okay, thank you. So, I was talking about this just a tiny bit in the last video, but I'm one of those guys that doesn't like to speed up unless I like have to, or if it's just a waste of time. I think it takes away from the game. I don't do it too much unless like I need to get through something and I don't have repels or whatever it may be. But if it comes to like actual gameplay, like I'm fighting a gym or I'm battling like a regular trainer, or if it's something to do with, you know, the main storyline, like I'm not gonna like speed it up because I think that takes away from the game and the whole experience of the, you know, of this Joeylocke or anything really. There's just no reason to ever speed up unless, you know, you encounter something like the guy up there. So yeah. I bought those potions just because potions will save my life in this. I really want to get a strategic like gameplay going here. I notice with people who do Nuzlocks or any kind of locks in general, they have a tendency to it's not that they don't take it seriously, but they don't. How would I put it? They don't. They're just lazy. How about, let's put it that way? They're very lazy with it. So, I mean, it just they'll lose something. You know, they'll lose something in a Nuzlocke and just let it die because they were being careless, which I think, you know, if you're going to put on, like, you know, you're going to put a Let's Play of a Nuzlocke or something, or whatever it may be, like, you know, you want to take it kind of seriously because, you know, your viewers are watching it, and, you know, if you don't care, how much do you think they care? So, stuff like, you know, speeding up is one of those things where I don't like speeding up during battles because I want to concentrate on the battle itself. Because I think it's, you know, important that, you know, pay attention. Oh, there's an item over there. Let me get that. One potion, another potion. So, again, these potions are going to save my life. Just run from that. Run from the good old Caterpie. So, let's get our first battle going. Since I have not had a real battle on the stream, what am I saying? On this Joeylocke, except for having my, my Squirtle? Yeah, Squirtle in the beginning. So, it sends out a Weedle, and I'm going to send out my Rattata. Use that Quick Attack, and can we get that one hit? No, so we can't. And String Shot's not going to do anything, buddy, because I have priority. Thank you very much. And Quick Attack, and that is a dead Weedle. Okay, and a Caterpie. Hopefully we can one-shot this Caterpie, because Caterpie sucks. I mean, so does Rattata, but we don't. So does Rattata, but I mean, I'm trying to be, you know, trying to get into the top percentage of all Rattata. Crit definitely mattered. Definitely mattered. That was definitely game changing. I'm really sorry, dude. At least you didn't forfeit, so let us get on to the next trainer. So yeah, I didn't exactly explain it in the last video, but for those of you who I guess have never played the Generation 2 games, one of the trainers that you meet, probably, I believe it's right after the second town that you go to, is an interesting guy, interesting little kid. His name is Youngster Joey, and he fights you with a Rattata, and when you beat him, he gives you his phone number, and throughout the entire game, he is just absolutely annoying the entire time, and all he does is talk about his Rattata and how his Rattata is in the top percentage of all other Rattata. And he's actually become like an icon to the Pokemon world. Just a lot of people know about it, and it's a million memes about it, and it's just funny. So when I came up with this idea, I came out with the idea to do a Joeylocke, because I wanted to try to beat a game with a Rattata, because number one, it already is a challenge to beat a game with just a Rattata. Number two, to make it a Nuzlocke, or sort of a Nuzlocke, if you will, like a very hybrid Nuzlocke-y kind of thing. It just made it, it just is an interesting concept, and I don't think anyone has ever done this before. And if they have, I should probably give them credit. But I mean, I don't know who it is. I don't know who has done this. From what I know, with the most popular PokeTubers out there, they've never done anything like this. They do, Wedlocks, Egglocks, regular Nuzlocks, anything you can think of, But I wanted to try a different kind of lock, and I think this is going to be very interesting. And it provides a big challenge. And like I said in the last video, the biggest challenge that I'm going to be facing within the next few episodes is trying to beat Brock with just a Rattata. And for those of you who don't know, Brock is a rock trainer. He's the gym leader of Pewtertown, and he's the first gym. And it's not only does normal moves or not. Okay, I have to really rephrase this because I just can't talk. Not only do normal moves are not very effective on Rock, his Rock Pokemon just have high defense anyway. So I have to find my way around that without using other Pokemon. Because for those of you who have played the Generation 1 Pokemon Yellow, you know that you can't just use Pikachu right at the beginning, because your Pikachu will not learn Iron Tail, because number one, Iron Tail did not exist in the Generation 1 games, neither did the Steel typing in general. And number two, you had to find another Pokemon. And usually that Pokemon was Butterfree, because Butterfree would be the only Pokemon that had normal affecting attacks on the his rock and ground types. So, Pikachu being an electric type, number one, does not affect the ground typing, and number two, Pikachu using, I don't remember what other moves Pikachu can learn. It was I think it was Quick Attack, maybe? Not entirely sure. That was just not very effective on Rock, so you were having a lot of problems. Even if your Pikachu was level 25, you were having a lot of problems with it. So you would just have to evolve a Butterfree and use Confusion, because that was literally the only move that would get you through the game. Unless someone else could think of anything else, which, I mean, from what I know, there was none. There was no other Pokemon, because you only had Pidgey, or and slash Pidgeotto. You only had Rattata. You had Mankey. That's another one. You could potentially get Mankey in Route 2, which is the route to the left of Viridian City, which you could use to beat Brock with. But, I mean, those were the only two options, basically, and you have to learn straight away that you can't just train Pikachu. And, I mean, that was one of the things when I was a kid. I always trained just one Pokemon throughout the whole game. I was always the big Charizard kid, and I would only just choose Charizard because Charizard, was the best Pokemon in the world, like it was the strongest Pokemon, back when I didn't know anything about stats or like what Charizard could potentially do. The fact that it didn't make any better that the original anime glorified Charizard, and so does the TCG. So does the TCG glorify Charizard as being one of the strongest Pokemon in the old TCG games. Well, games and the trading card game in general back in Gen 1. But yeah, so we're almost out of here in Viridian Forest. Another thing I do want to address is that I don't want to talk about the gameplay all too much, just because I don't know. Not that I don't care or anything, but I think there's stuff I can talk about that would be more interesting than me telling you that I have a Rattata and I've been using Quick Attack the entire time. Because I don't want to tell you guys that, because that's already boring enough, So, but I will here and there, narrate this one way or another. I forget. I feel like there is a youngster Joey in Generation 1, but I'm not entirely sure if that's true. Because in these remakes, they give all the trainers names, so I'm just wondering if there is. Because I feel like there was, and when I find that out for you guys, I will definitely tell you. But for now, we are sticking with my Rattata. And Hyper Fang! Woo! Which I believe in here, in this game, it's 80 base power. It's 80 base power with 100% accuracy and a chance to actually flinch. So that will generally... What am I doing? That will generally... Ooh, a Pikachu. That would generally be good. Being able to flinch is good, so I'm actually gonna switch that into front because that's all I need. Let's use that Hyper Fang. Bang. That stab Hyper Fang with Rattata's, base 55 attack, which isn't actually that bad for Pokemon. When you think about it, it's not that bad. His special attack is horrible. Special attack is really just terrible. It's base 25, I believe. Well, that's not. That's just pitiful. But strong moves can make up for that, which I will be definitely taking advantage of, because I definitely want to get Thunderbolt and Ice Beam, which Rattata can learn, for those of you who don't know. He can even learn Thunder and Blizzard, if I'm not mistaken, which is just really just cool. That's just funny. So, let's see. I don't know if they have. I'm not entirely sure what I want to do just yet in terms of items or whatever, but I think I'm going to end it here because I want to take some time to train so I can battle Brock. So I'm going to do some grinding, and I think I'm going to try to get Rattata to about level 20, maybe. Up until the next time he learns a move, which I believe is level 20, and we'll see what that move is. I'll probably just look up the move, but I want to get a legitimate strategy going for the pewter gym, so I'll see you guys next time, and I will sit next to this fat man, this Snorlax looking fellow, and I will see you guys next time, so see you later.